Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. War. War never changes. But the soldiers do.
War has changed. War and its consumption of life has changed.
And that's the two video game philosophies. I mean, there's Fallout and there's MGS.
Mm-hmm.
And
anytime somebody's like, war never changes, I'm just like, fuck you, war has changed.
Well, the whole thing with war is that, the end result is always the same. People die. A loss of life is something that is inevitable when it comes to conflicts as grand on certain scales as war. As I've heard so many people say around here, stick to your raisins, or stick to where you're stick to the life that you've had, because trying to do something that you're not meant for will only result in others getting their hearts broken. I'm like, that's life. If you're expecting to go through life without getting your heart broken or your heart stomped on, or at least have bruises, then guess what? That's never going to happen. For Spearhead, I would say that right now they've made the decision unanimously to follow through with continuing the fight. I'm glad to see that it's their choice that they're doing this and not they're being forced to, like they were with the Albans. I really don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited to see. Anyway, let's go ahead. This is 86, episode 14. Glad to be here. Here we go. Oh, got reckless. Oh, shit. Woo! Even the commander's like, what the?
Looks like it broke the tank, though.
Who's this Sergeant Slaughter, one of these motherfucker? You're the one who fucked up.
必要ない。そもそもお前が避けなくたって俺は。だから必要ないと言っている。開発に関わっている新型フェルトレス。あれはやばい。共和国の期待を元にした乗りやつのことなんか考えてない。
Interesting that they're using an S set, which is from German.
あいつは嫌な感じがする。まるで。
He can read your mind.
死神だ。
まだレギオンの支配下だったけど、この半年で私たちはここまで取り返したのよ。戦線を仕上げた時に探索していたこの共和国のフェルドレスが見つかって、名前が彫られたプレートが一緒に置いてあったの。戦死者の名前は必ず国立墓地の慰霊碑に刻まれるのだけれど、プレートにあったあなたたちの仲間の名前575人分はここに残されるべきだと考え、それでこうなったの。
気遣いありがとうございます。
いきなり振り落とすことはなかろうが。
フレデリカちゃん？
てかあれ何？
見るでない。これはサプライズだ。
なんなんだこいつは。
スカベンジャー。共和国のよ。なんで？
ファイド。
ジョナタラと共にあったの。
Holy shit.
機体が発見された際の調査でコアユニットまでは破壊されていないことが判明しての、グレーテラが復元したのじゃ。
見た目は同じでも性能は数段アップさせたわ。
Well, that's awesome.
そうでしょ。
あやつ自身も死んだと思っていたらしく。
また一緒に帰るか。
そうよ、あのぐらいじゃファイが壊れないでしょ。彼、あんな顔もできるのね。
わらわのような幼き娘を戦闘部隊に加え寝食を共にさせるのじゃ。疑似的に家族となった者どもは愛する娘や妹を守るため命を惜しまず戦うというギアーでの風習じゃ。
悪い。
That is a bit.
もしかしてうむ、わらわの配属先も1028試験部隊じゃ。つまりそなたらの勝利の女神というわけじゃな。もう一つサプライズじゃ。エルンストから預かっての。
またよろしくな。
よろしくね。
よろしく。
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 The Reaper has returned.
Shit hit the fan real fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Ooh. Incoming.
He's not driving that big clunky tank.
Yeah.
They repaired his old shit.
This is what he lives for, baby.
This makes way more sense because he doesn't have to get used to something new.
That's one way of putting it.
また格子をハブレード使いましたね。
ああ。
辻切りみたいな真似はやめてくださいよ。
If Shin is ever piloting a damn mech, you gotta be sure that his mechanic is always gonna be yelling at him.
ここいいかな。構わないが。
Eat your mushrooms.
食べられないなら無理しなくてもいいんじゃないか。
それではクリアの者に悪いではないか。
You still gotta eat one.
努力するんだな。昨日は助かったよ。あ、悪い。救援要請が多すぎて気づかなかった。活躍みたいだね。船体がバラバラになる程度にはな。改めてよろしく。
うむ、見知り役だ。どれどうじゃ、記念に1枚。
お、
チンへ。お
I didn't realize that the bear had a zipper on it that she could store stuff in it. When
Me
she got it.
neither. That's pretty nifty.
今時流行らないっていうのに。あんなのでもいるとなると守らざるを得ない。なんで戦わなきゃいけないんだ。
She has a reason.
そうかもしれないな。ニーナにはいい学校に通わせてやりたいし、俺が稼がないと。大変だな、お兄ちゃん。いいだろう、やらないぞ。あいにくうるさいのは間に合ってる。次の休暇にはどこかに連れて行っ。
Oh man.
昨日の教科、世話しないな。じゃあまた後で。
I knew it. I knew it.
Damn.
無事であるな、シンへ。
ああ、
すまぬ。悪い知らせじゃ。
フレデリカ、お前の目を閉じていろ。
Oh no. Oh man.
Damn, man.
The locket, man. Oh man.
Damn, that was gory. Didn't expect him to show that.
ユージ、小国は頼む。なんで助けてやらなかったんだよ。お前ならできただろ。
No.
No.
どうせクズ 鉄どもをぶっ殺すのに夢中でタグ類の86が
やめろマルセル少尉。共和国のクズどもと同じに落ちるつもりか。今からでも遅くない。退役して幸せに過ごしたまえ。
レギオンが来ます。今のうちに友軍と合流を。
新鋭か。
戦況は
用ないの。大丈夫なのだな。
ああ。
Damn.
Usually when a character starts talking about, when I get out, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I hate to say that's a stereotypical thing, but it is.
Yeah.
That especially hurts because, you know, we've known that character, you know, we've known him for the last few episodes. And even though his sister was a bit gun-shy of, you know, of Shin, you know, he at least seemed to be one of the more open-minded in the Giad Federacy that was more than happy to be a part, or you know, be at least be Shin's friend. And now that's gone.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to the rest of the 86 as well.
Well, from what it said, they're all so busy because they're so good at what they do that they've all been separated. And while they were sitting there eating lunch, that's what they were talking about a little bit.
Yeah, I'm guessing like they're each basically doing what Shin was doing for those guys around different parts of the army.
Probably not on the same level as Shin because Shin's just...
I would say if they managed to get them the same kind of vehicle that they're used to, still compared to the heavy tanks, they're probably doing a lot.
Oh, I would say they're like... I would say if they're working in tandem, you know, the only one who doesn't really need anybody is Shin. But if they're working in tandem, I would say if Anju and... what's her name? The redhead.
Yeah, I forgot her name too.
It
starts with a K, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Kurena.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so if those two are working together, and then Raiden and the blonde-haired kid, I forget his name now too, but if they're they're working in tandems, and you know you basically have them out there doing their thing, I would say they're making a difference wherever they're at because they're basically frontline backup. They're the ones who come in and basically just break the front lines. And again, as much as, you know, the advancements are made with the armor and everything, I mean, direct impacts are direct impacts. And, you know, the Legion's only getting stronger, too. That's the thing with them as well. They learn machine learning learns and builds at a much quicker rate than human evolution ever could. And I would say the biggest thing that, you know, them staying ahead of the curve is basically you would have to train the pilots from the ground up the way the 86 have been trained.
Yeah.
Because right now, all the other pilots have been trained in the same way as the Giad Federacy has trained them. You know, very basic, very by the book. You know, march forward, gain the upper hand with positioning, and then, you know, break the front lines and charge through. That's basically, you know, in terms of war tactics. But difference makers on the battlefield, I mean, basically, this is like in World War I, and when the tanks started to roll on the battlefield, that's basically what the 86 are like. The 86 are the difference makers that can determine the win or the loss of the battle. And, yeah.
From the sound of things, like, I was hoping that once they started joining the fight on this side, they were going to find out that, like, there was a possibility of winning the war against the Legion without something major happening. But it seems like it's still going very badly for them over on this front, too.
And
So I'm wondering what's going to happen, like if they're going to manage to figure something out, or I don't know.
I don't know either. All I know is that Shin has resumed his role as the Reaper, and I think he's happy to be back in that role to a certain degree, but incoming kitty cat.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna have to end this one here, everybody. So that was 86, episode 14. Glad to be here, and yeah, I guess that's gonna do it. This, if you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Until next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
We'll see you later, everybody. Peace.